I never considered, I never figured I could do it well enough to do it professionally, you know, and even when I had a band in high school, it was mostly just to be drunk and at the party, you know, and the professional aspect of it, even though it was in the 50s in Memphis, it was all around me. Like Sun Studio was right there, you know. I knew where it was, but I also knew that it was somehow impossible for me to go in there. The first studio I was ever in was Meteor. It was an old Quonset hut that Les Bajero ran it, and that when something about recording and playing back that just made sense to me. When I'm playing live, the audience, I'm aware of the other musicians, but the audience is just kind of an annoyance. It's just something that's there. But when I'm in the studio, I can feel the audience. You know, I mean, I know they're not there. I'm separated by time and space from them, but I'm aware of them in a way that makes me want to perform, you know, or whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing in the studio. I've always been fascinated by like the voices coming out of the box, whether it was the radio or the record player or whatever. That disembodied spirit idea has just always appealed to me.
In terms of you giving constructive criticism to those guys in the studio, how'd that go? And the way George described it was that he never felt like you were getting on him.
Good.
And it was he totally respected every.
Now I went through a period of time in the 60s where I jumped up and down and screamed and hollered and told everybody they couldn't play and all that crap, and it just doesn't work. You know, and you know, give me that, I'll play that. And I know a lot of producers that do that, and that's not what it's about. I'm not making my record, I'm making their record. Their name goes at the top in great big letters. My name goes on the back in the smallest typeface known to man, and that's the way it should be. And when a producer sets out to make his own record, he's becoming the artist. And he's not the producer anymore. I think the record pre-exists the session and the collective unconscious, and it's my job to get it out and stick it on the tape. Because they all know, they all hear it, they hear the parts. That's the thing about lining the parts up. They hear the parts correctly in their head, and they think they're playing them. And this is true of all musicians, professional musicians. People who read music are awful about this. They'll read one note and hear that note in their heads and play another note, and then argue with you about it. You know, oh no, that's what I played. Oh, well, then what's this on the tape? What do you think that is? You know, oh, well, that's not me. Oh, okay. But that, you know, so I mean, you don't win that kind of fight. And like I said, I like to hear people try, and I like to hear a good feeling. And you know, I just don't think you get it by beating musicians up.